I am going to try to accomplish two things today, guys. I have bundles to make for a delivery, just a small order of 20. And I'm going to try a new way to power my wrapper because it's electric. And these are the challenges that I keep finding in running this business. So we are moving our production way back here to this area that I call the back 40. And you know, I came up with that term, and man, I think I could maybe even like come up with like a website and just back 40, you know, back 40 Firewood, something like that. Anyhow, we are walking back here. I just want to show you some things. We've still been building this area. The challenge that I'm going to have is, you know, pretty much every machine that I have is gas powered, has its own engine, except my wrapper. My wrapper is electric, and if I'm going to be wrapping my bundles back here, it's going to take a long extension cord to get all the way back here. So I'm looking at different ways of powering my twister, and we're going to be doing that here. But I first wanted to show you, what we got going on. These are oak mats, and these have come from up by Lake Erie. These were discontinued by a company that was laying all the gas lines up there, and they would lay these over swampy area. For instance, my land. When log hauler Jesse is up there, he'll backhaul these down, and we've been building up my work area. We've still got some obvious problems here. We got to fill all this in, and we have a plan for that. More of that to come. But my thought is, wherever I'm going to have my machines set up for production, I am wanting, to have a roof over my head back here too, and to make my bundles. Well, there's no electricity out here. And today when we're making bundles, I want to show you this really cool power station that I got, and we're going to see how it works. We're not done with this yet, guys. We still have a lot more mats to lay down, but the vision is these logs that you see, this is not where the logs are going to go. I think this could also have more mats laid in here, but we're thinking that the logs would be best to be unloaded back here, and then the workflow comes this way. So the machine, the Japa, would sit here, live deck over on this side. The challenge is to get the conveyor, spitting firewood into the trailer over here. I would hope I can just keep the trailer on this road, and that would make coming in and leaving easier with minimal turning around. So we're trying to visualize this. We're trying to make it work, but we might need to look into getting another long conveyor or something that can help get the wood, the finished firewood, farther on this end. It's hard to conceptualize, I understand that, but when we get more laid down here, I think I'll put some spray paint on the timbers and give you guys a better idea of what we're trying to accomplish. Right now, we got to get some bundling done. I got to get out the twister, and we're going to try out this new power station and see how this is going to allow me to bring my bundle production back here to the back 40. All right, guys? Guys, did you see this? Is this a burl? A big gigantic burl on this cherry log? Tell me what you guys think about this, you woodworkers. Is this something that's desirable, or is this garbage? Let me know. Never underestimate what a good pickup truck means to any operation, guys. Give me a thumbs up for all those trucks out there. Guys, you've heard me talk about this unloader. This is the best money I've ever spent. What a great tool, and why didn't anyone think of this sooner? So I'm just going to lay my bundles right on top of this fabric, and then it just cranks right out. I can crank it right to the edge of the tailgate, and it makes unloading so much easier. Here's my setup. I got my trailer backed up on an angle. I got my wrapper in between it and my truck. I will just wrap my bundles. They go right into the truck. I'm not going to be putting labels in these bundles. They're just being wrapped plain. And, you know, I don't have a complaint there. That's a savings for me because, you know, labels, they add up after a while. But that's why I have the labels, because some grocery stores, convenience stores require them, some don't. So I always give the customer what they want. But here is the power station, guys. This is a Bullbat 800 watt power station. And these are the new technology that's been building in the solar community. It's lithium iron phosphate batteries. Battery in this is lithium chemistry. And man, that's what is allowing this new market to grow. These things are really slick. It's not that heavy, but it gives you the ability to take electricity into remote locations. You know, you can take these camping, you can take them out, you know, on a picnic, and for, you know, unique applications like what we're going to be doing here. We're going to be running a firewood wrapper with it, and we're going to see how it goes. You guys know I'm not much into numbers, but I do know about volts and amps and the mathematical equation to get your watts. So what we're looking at here, 800 watts, I mean, that's pretty big. You can run, you know, probably your house refrigerator for a while with this if you have the electricity go out, some lights. It has a number of charging stations. It's got that Type-C charger for your cell phones. It's got 2 USB chargers. It's got a DC charger, and it's got 2 AC chargers. I think this is really cool. It also has a flashlight on it too, and I turned this on the other night and it lit up pretty good. You can also charge DC appliances with it. And in the box, you know, it comes with the wall charger. It also has the DC charger. And then the real cool thing, guys, it comes with these 2 MC4 connectors. And that's one of the things I'm starting to experiment with is solar. And, you know, these are the traditional hookups for a solar panel. So you can charge this with solar and not even, you know, use the electricity from a house to charge it. For dramatic effect, guys, I've already charged this overnight. So it's full and it's ready to go. So what we're going to do now, we're just going to turn it on and we're going to see how it powers up and how it works. I haven't even peeled the screen protector off yet. But let's go ahead and turn this on and see what it does. We're 100% charged. I'm going to turn on the AC outlet and let's see if this thing will run our twister. I'm sure you guys remember my twister firewood wrapper. It's electric power, so I'm going to set the Bullbat down here on this table and we'll plug it into the 110, and then let's see how she works. And the moment of truth, hey, it works. All right, we know we have power and we're remote because we're far away from the house and the extension cord. So let's do some firewood bundling with an 800 watt Bullbat power station, guys. This is pretty cool. These bundles are going to a local grocery store. They don't sell a lot of them. They just like to have them on supply. $18 more to go. For those of you interested, this is the Twister firewood bundler. They are made in Minnesota, and we still have a coupon code for all subscribers of Ohio Woodburner. If you are interested in getting a Twister, give them a call and they will give you a free gift with your purchase just by mentioning Ohio Woodburner. But I know that there are a lot of different brands out there of these wrappers, and I think they're all good. I have never seen one that I thought, you know, was Mickey Mouse. but I really don't, I think you can't go wrong with the twister. If you have seen an increase in these portable power stations, it is because of the new growing battery technology with lithium. That is really changing, you know, the effectiveness of solar for these people, you know, that have solar power at their houses. You know, compared to your old lead acid batteries that are in your vehicles, the lithium batteries, just, there's no comparison. You can take 100% of their charge, where, you know, like a lead acid battery, once you get down to like close to 50, you can damage the battery. Not with lithium. They charge up much faster. They can take a bigger amp charge, where, you know, a deep cell battery, you know, is like a 6 amp maximum. These lithium batteries can really, you know, they're way up there. The one drawback for lithium, though, is once you get into freezing temperatures, that's a problem. You can damage the battery. They can't be charged or discharged when they're frozen. So that could be a shortcoming, you know, if you're using these things in cold weather environments. But, you know, from the way I see things and what I need it for, I think it's so far so good, because we are cranking right along with the Bullbat. When I first started getting interested in solar, it's because out here where we live, our power goes out all the time. I remember one of our earlier videos was after a storm and we had lost power for 2 days. You get tired after a while of listening to the drone of that generator and keeping it full of gas and just having it running, you know, when the refrigerator's cycling on and off. So that's how I got into looking into different ways of having emergency backup. And solar is an obvious solution. But now with the advancements in, you know, this lithium chemistry in batteries, sky's the limit. So we are cruising right along here. The Bullbat is doing fine. And what's cool is it has a readout on it, and it tells you what your draw is while you have an appliance running. So you can calculate how much time you're going to have left with this thing. But here, I'll show you the screen while I wrap this bundle. And, you know, solar is like a hobby of mine, but I am, and you know how I am. I'm not a gearhead. But there is some things that I've read into the Bullbat that is desirable. Number one, the inverter, you know, which converts your DC power to AC. It is a pure sine wave, and that is what you want. It's a cleaner electricity. It's easier on your appliances. If you're worried about damaging your refrigerator or some computers inside your house, the pure sine wave inverter is what you look for. The other thing that is desirable with this Bullbat is the solar charge controller is MPPT, which in the world of solar charge controllers is a little bit more expensive, but that is the kind you want because of that would permit you to, in theory, run a larger solar panel to charge it up. Both of those things, you know, the pure sine inverter and the MPPT solar charge controller would make the charging station cost more. But if this is something that you're going to keep for a long time, that would be, I think, not a requirement, but that should be something you should seriously consider when looking for one of these things. And if you're aware of your lithium batteries, they last a long time. And the Bullbat is listed as a 500 cycles for its lifetime, which means it can be fully charged and fully discharged 500 times. And seriously, you know, if you're using this thing like on the weekends, you're looking at, you know, 10 years plus that this thing's going to last you. So that's what I'm saying. If you buy one of these, chances are you're going to have it for a long time. So look for the, you know, the pure sine wave inverter and MPPT solar charge controller. I think we're up to 15 bundles and we're at 99%. So it's certainly holding its charge here, guys. Oh, I keep getting a lot of questions on what kind of stretch wrap do I use. I have tried all the kinds that are out there, guys, and I really do think the best is 90 gauge cast stretch wrap. This is 12 inch 90 gauge cast. There are two types of stretch wrap, guys. There is cast and there is blown. The blown stretch wrap, it is super loud to where you got to wear earmuffs when you work with this stuff. And it's also more opaque than cast. If you're using labels, you can see your labels way better. That is my recommendation. .90 gauge cast. And I have a company that I've been buying mine off of, and I was able to get a coupon code for you guys. If you're looking for your stretch wrap, buy it off of this company. They have been very good to me. They mail it out to you fast. Everything's been accurate. If you have to call them, there's a person that answers the phone, and it's about the cheapest that I have found. So this has been something I can cross off my list, guys. I had wondered, could one of these power stations run a wrapper? And the answer is yes. So that gives me a lot of flexibility. I can put this machine anywhere now, and I can probably make, I would estimate hundreds of bundles on one charge, because we've barely even touched the gauge on this thing. And we are closing in on 20. It just seems to me one of the satisfying things about bundles is you can always find the perfect stick of firewood to fit. I think if you were good at Tetris when you were younger, you would probably be real good at making bundles. But it just never ceases to amaze me how you're putting together a bundle and you just need that perfect shape, you know, and it's laying right there in front of you. 19. And this is our last one, guys. Number 20. I'm loving it. The Bullbat worked. The twister worked. Everything's working nice. Oh yeah. So let's check out the power station, guys. It is at 99%, and it worked great. It did everything, everything I was wondering if it could. It handled it fine. Do you know what else, though, guys? I could be charging up my phone right now, playing a radio, whatever, and I'm feeling it. I don't feel any heat. So it's done a pretty good job. I like it. I think this is going to be a home run, guys. And there we go, guys. 20 bundles. I'm going to take these right down to the grocery store and deliver these. Made with a lithium battery powered power station. This thing here, I'm digging it. This has really taken a lot of uncertainty off my shoulders on how this is all going to work. This was one of these blind spots that I had, was how am I going to make bundles back there when there's no electricity? Problem solved. Who would have thought you could see firewood bundles being made with battery power? I think this is really cool. Could it be a first on YouTube? It might be. The twister's a home run too, guys. If you're looking to making bundles, this is your way to go. Give them a call. Remember, tell them that you saw it on Ohio Wood Burner, and if you make a purchase, they'll throw in something for free. All right, guys, that's all for now from balmy sunny Northeast Ohio. I hope that everyone has a great day.